Father, we philosophy if try again. He could stand in front of the Lord and say, Lord, I gave this my best shot. It would have been far better for him to shoot for reading the Bible first before making y'all what we're going to call a fool of himself. How did he make a fool of himself, prophet? I he he does something that makes sense. It makes sense to have end time prophets. Uh-oh. It makes sense, brother Anthony, to have end time prophets. Why? We got a lot of folks claiming the name prophet, but don't know how to be one. I understand it's early. It's early in the message. Um, Watch this. It would have been far better for him to shoot for reading the Bible first before making, because he doesn't just prophesy this once, he prophesied it twice. Because the subject, again, I would just say be on the alert. Be on the alert. That's what God would have me tell you. Be on the alert. Be on the alert. I will guard everything within the limits of my message tonight. I will. This is stuff he said. He said, I will guard everything within the limits of what I say. And quit only when properly revealed. When is the proper time for a prophet to stop speaking? If you said January 1st, we gonna have to talk. When is the proper time for a prophet to stop speaking? I'm not talking about any kind of prophet. I'm talking about authentic prophets. When's the appropriate time? And Jay, the reason I'm asking this question is because listen to the very first thing this man says. He says, I will guard everything within the limits of my post. I will guard everything within the limits of my assignment and quit my post only when things are properly revealed. Then he says, I will obey my special orders, perform all my duties in a military manner. He uses a specific manner. He goes into this specific manner that we must have. So many of us don't understand what it means to be on alert. When I'm on alert, I know a fake when I see one. Now, we cannot be saints of the Most High God and not spot a fake when we see one. I will, here's this next one. I will report incident violations of my special orders, emergencies, and anything not covered in my instruction to the commander of the relief. Let's associate that with ourselves. Now, when I say that, I cannot say I will report any violations of the special orders I've been given, any emergencies, or anything not covered in my instructions to the commander of relief. If God gives me special instruction to say something, is not just a task for those that don't know him. Ready? We as folks who know him, been crucified in Christ, he died for us, he shed his blood, should be the ones that are the first on alert. Nobody knows when. Look at verse 36. Go back to Matthew. Go back to Matthew 24 and 33. 36, I'm sorry. Matthew 24 and 36. Watch this. He says, now concerning the day or the hour, no one knows. Now here's the part that kind of messed me up with the text. He says, now concerning that day and hour, no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son. The SON knows not the day nor the hour. If anybody knows what daddy ought to do, it ought to be his son. If anybody ought to know when daddy's not sitting right, it ought to be his son. Alex, if anybody ought to know, it ought to be the son. But our text tonight tells us neither the angels nor heaven. Nobody in heaven knows. people that have gone home to be with the Lord and have made it to heaven will tell us that we didn't know. Because the Bible tells us clearly, neither the day nor the hour, because heavens don't know, the Son doesn't know, only the Father alone. Verse 42 says, you better be ready. No one knows when. A lot of folks let me tackle the knowing nobody knows when. Think about this for a minute, because a lot of folks, that would irk somebody's nerves. I don't know about y'all. A lot of my friends never said it, but a lot of my friends were narcissistic. I know that's a big word for y'all. When I say they're narcissistic, I had one friend. It was before I even moved down here, to this area. I had a friend in school. If you were gonna walk up on him, he knew who you were. We used to say the brother had cat-like reflexes. Because you had to be careful when you walked up on him, because nobody knew when he was gonna flip. Nobody knows the day nor the hour. And I said, God, why wouldn't you want folks to know when you're coming? He said, because son, if I tell them when I'm coming, they'll try to fix everything. They'll really get themselves together. If God told us when he was coming, a lot of us would have straightened up back in not even 2003. A lot of us, I believe the writer who wrote the book, in our scenario tonight, would have gotten himself together not in 1988, but the day he was born. A lot of us would have gotten ourselves together when we started to be able to talk. A lot of us would have gotten ourselves together if we knew when Jesus was coming. We better be ready. We always say this at Greater Harvest. We don't need to be getting ready. We got to be ready. Which means we don't need to be fidgeting, trying to